Hello everyone, welcome to Think Computer YouTube channel. In this video, I will explain how to download and install Cisco Webex Meetings app, how to configure the Webex account, Cisco Webex free plan features, and how to use the Cisco Webex Meetings app. So let's begin. In your smartphone, open Play Store. There you need to type Cisco Webex Meetings. Install the app. After the app is installed, open the app. Click on Accept. OK. Allow only while using the app. Allow. In order to download Webex in PC, you have to go to webex.com. There you need to go to Solutions. Under Solutions, you have to go to Download option. You have to click on Download for Windows. After the app is downloaded in your PC, you have to open the folder, double click on the app, click on Run, click on Next, I accept, Next, Install. After the app is installed, click on Finish. The app will automatically open. Now how to create account? In order to create account, you have to click on Sign Up. This page will open in your mobile phone. The same can be done using a PC. For that, you need to open webex.com in your web browser. There you need to click on Sign Up Now, it's free. Click on that option. This page will open. You need to enter your email address. So I am entering thinkcomputermailbox@gmail.com. Click on Sign Up. Now you need to enter your first name and your last name. Click on Continue. It will send you an email. You have to open your mailbox. So in the mailbox, you will get this email from Cisco Webex. You have to open the mail. Scroll down. Here you need to create the password for your Webex account. It will open a new link. Here you need to enter password for your Webex account. You have to follow these 4 points. Your password must be at least of 8 characters, at least 2 letters, a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, and at least 1 number. So you need to enter your password 2 times. Click on Continue and your Webex account is created. Now we'll see how to configure the Webex account. Here we have few options that we need to configure. This option is for starting a meeting. The next one is for scheduling a meeting. Click here to know your meeting number, which you have to provide to the students. At the upper right corner, you have the option to go to your profile. From there, you can edit your profile. You can change your first name or last name. You can change your password. You can also change your profile picture. Then you have the option to go to the contacts, go to reports. Cisco automatically maintains a report for every meeting that you have conducted. Next, we'll go to the meetings tab. All upcoming meetings will be displayed here. If you have scheduled any meeting, that can be displayed. Go to recordings. If you have recorded any meeting, the details will be displayed here. Go to preferences. We will be changing a few things here. First thing is you need to change the time zone. So I am changing it to UTC plus 5:30. That is for Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai, New Delhi. Language and region will remain same. Then go to personal room. Here you can rename your personal room. In Cisco WebEx, the personal room doesn't have a password feature. So if you are going to use the personal meeting room, then you don't have the option of password. You can automatically set the time limit for locking the meeting. You can go to the recordings tab and change it to content only view. This is better when you are recording the meeting. Click on save. Now let us discuss about the Cisco WebEx free plan features. In the free plan of Cisco WebEx, also known as the basic plan, you get the option to schedule meetings that last up to 50 minutes. So you get the option of meetings up to 50 minutes. You can invite up to 100 people in a meeting. That means maximum number of participants including the host is 100. You can start instant meetings in your personal room. You can record the meetings. You can also share content. Now let's see how to use the Cisco WebEx Meetings app. Click on sign in. Then enter the email address which you have used to create the WebEx account. Now you have to select the site. In Cisco WebEx, every account has a site associated with the account. For example, in this account it is meetingsapac31.webex.com. Click on that. Now you need to enter the password. Click on next. We are signed in now. Allow. Click on start. You can also enable or disable the microphone as well as the video. By default, both are disabled, but you can enable or disable the microphone or the video. Now click on start. The meeting has started. Now I am going to join the meeting as a student from my other device. So once the participant will join the meeting, this screen will come up. Here we have the option to check the participant list by going to the upper right corner. We can chat with any participant by clicking on the name of the participant. We can also chat with everyone by clicking on this option. If you will chat with everyone, the message will be sent to all of the participants. But if you select any one participant, click on that and then you chat, then the messages will be sent to that participant privately. So you can either chat privately or you can chat with everyone. So right now I am chatting privately with myself only. On the other side I am using the smartphone. You can also mute or unmute your call, start or stop the video. Click on these three dots at the bottom. Here you have the option of locking the meeting room. If you lock the meeting room, then after that the participants will go to the waiting room, also known as lobby in Cisco WebEx meetings. You can also go to the info and see the description. You can share content, share whiteboard, share screen, or share any picture that you have in your smartphone. Right now I'm sharing the whiteboard. I'm writing this on the screen. Same can be displayed by the student. but in order to make that more clear, I'm going to show you side by side. So left hand side is the host and right hand side is a student who is trying to join the meeting. Once the student will click on join option, then immediately after joining the meeting, you can see how fast it is. Okay, now I'm going to share the whiteboard. You see the left hand side of the screen, that is the host. Right hand side of the screen is the student. So I'm going to share whiteboard. As soon as I will start writing something on the screen, almost instantly I can say it will be displayed on the student screen. So I have to say Cisco WebEx is very fast. If the participant is having any doubt, he or she can raise hand by clicking on this option, which will be displayed on the screen of the host. Also, I can share the screen. So right now I'm sharing the screen. You can see this is the student window. Anything I am doing on the screen, that the student can see. So I can open the web browser, I can open any image or video, I can show it to the student directly. For example, I am searching for AND gate in Java. I can go to images and I am not using this screen, I am actually doing it in my screen, means in the screen of the host, and the video that you can see, that is the screen sharing. So the screen which is in front of you, that is the participant screen, and I am using the smartphone remotely in my other device. So you can see videos can be played if I want. Also I can annotate. As a host, I can draw something on the screen. And in Cisco WebEx, the participant cannot directly annotate. If the participant want to annotate anything, then a request will be sent to the host. The host will either give the permission or deny. So there will be no such situation where the participant will write something on the screen without the permission of the teacher. Now if you will be using your PC for hosting the meeting, then you need to click on the WebEx Meetings app icon, which will be on your desktop. Enter your email address, enter your password, then click on sign in. Click on this option, start a meeting. The meeting has started. At the bottom of the screen, you will get the meeting controls. From here you can record the meeting, you can connect to the audio, you can share any content. Suppose I am going to share Notepad. So click on the share option. When you will be sharing anything, the meeting controls will move to the top of the screen. Here you have the option of pause and resume screen sharing. You can share any content from here. You can record, you can see the participant list. You can open the chat window. You can use the annotate feature. As a host, you can write anything on the screen. In the more, you have the option of block meeting, meeting info. Now I'm going to stop the sharing. You have the option of enable disable chat or enable disable participant window. Under participant, you have the option of mute on entry. You can disable anyone can share option so that only the host, means you can share. Then under the meetings tab, we have lock meeting option, and under options we have some settings which we can change, some permissions. Under participants, we have the option of assign privileges. Some settings are disabled. You can click here to get the meeting info. Under the participants tab, you have options to select the privileges that you want to assign to the participant. You can disable the annotate feature from here. You can end the meeting or leave the meeting from here.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.